being a whole-round responsible Muslim woman with a family, with a good career, with good education, and she's a woman who is confident. She can stand on herself, she can say this and that, and she can make decisions for herself in a good way. And having it all also is important in a perspective whereby you're not competing with men. So in most cases, women have it all, but they want to compete with the men out there. There's no way you can win the competition. So can you have it all as a woman amongst women? Let's leave out the main issues now. As amongst ourselves, can we have it as we? So that is the two perspectives that I can assume, can we have it as,
Yeah. Your little brother. So having it all, I don't know what the ladies think. Sister Sharifa, Sister Zahara, Sister Aisha, Amina, Sister Madina, Sister Shurat, what do you guys think? You can put your hands up. And I think the 5 minutes, we're left with 2 minutes before we go live. We can brainstorm a bit before that. Do you guys have anything to say about this topic? And what does it bring to your mind when they say having it all as a woman?
Our Sister Sharifa.
Sister doesn't mean to have for does it mean to have for responsibility within? That is one thing. Sister Rashida is asking if wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
But banyina our sisters all over the world tusanyusa okubalaba kusooka okutera Muslima. For me, when they say can women have it all, for me there was actually a personal level. Gwengo yeyo musiramu. What chichecho chiwetaga nogamba nze mu bulamu wenfune kalaamu eno ebyange biba biwedde. So for me when I looked at the topic, can women have it all? For me the answer is yes. Kisinziira gwe nga gwe omuntu ky'olabanga all for you. What is all for me is not going to be what is all for the other person. So for me, yes, we can have it all.
Wow, very powerful. You know, this topic the feminist wave. Sister Sharifa.
Wanje?
Does this topic bring in a bit of the this feminism tells us that there is the good feminism and the bad feminism, but then the bad feminism, we should compete with men in order to have it all, and it's something that is now being advertised and it's everywhere. So how can we help our Muslim sisters until they have the right mindset in terms of having it all? That having it all maybe possibly doesn't mean us competing with men or even as so competing with anyone at that.
For me, I think, I strongly believe, as Muslim sisters, n'abakyala abasiraamu tutandika okwefokasingako nga ffe. Allah yatonda engalo nga tezenkana. If you look at your hands, none of your fingers are the same size, same length or size. The ring finger, this ring wogiteeka kuno wogijjako n'ogizza, somehow it doesn't fit. Kitegeeza tuleke kucompetinga kubanga tujja kwemenya nnyo nga we are competing for an ideology that is not there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given us that. Let us tusigale in our lane as women. We cannot compete with men. So I think as sisters, let us stick to what we are personally comfortable with and be satisfied in a good way. Don't compete with any sister. akagalo ka nasu tekenkana na kigalo kisajja, yet they are on your body. You understand? So as sisters, the feminist, the positive and negative part of it all, those are just ideologies. Let us now learn to view things in a different perspective, inshallah.
Okay, Sister Kati. Sister Shokoro, what do you think? Because right now, okay, you are right now in the employment gap. And I think you have faced it, or you have experienced it. Women, when it comes to employment, more specifically in Africa, Uganda, when you go for an interview and you are a lady, actually there was this experiment that Jebakola, the employer was given papers, and on these papers they had, let's say the first paper A, kuliko Sister Shukur, then the other paper kuliko maybe brother, maybe Mr. Muhsin, right? And the employer employed the man instead of the woman, despite the fact that she had more qualifications, right?
Yeah.
And then when that was the first exercise. In the second exercise, they more these papers, these qualifications or CVs, and he gave the woman instead, not knowing. So do you realize that, I don't know if you have noticed, there is that unconscious bias that the society has, that maybe Chala cannot do this or she can't do that, and they don't give us the opportunity to explore, right? Is it there in the employment gap and the sisters facing it right now?
Okay, in as far as that specific thing is concerned, yes, we all understand the Africa we are living in right now compared to the other countries, the UK and the US. Life is quite different for women. Now, if you look at the employment gap in Uganda is so high, not especially Uganda, but the whole of Africa is so high. But better enough in some countries like South Africa, like Nigeria, those countries a little bit advanced. Like even Kenya can bear witness, a little bit advanced compared to other African countries. They tend to actually view women as not capable of producing work that men can do, which is true. If you look at the women and the men, we are totally quite different in as far as doing or carrying out some loads of work is concerned. There are some works that a man can do and a woman cannot do. And this kind of laws like maybe carrying heavy loads of things, or maybe climbing up on an electrical pole, connecting things for electricity, that are not in line with the Islamic perspective. But then, okay, let me basically say, because of that different gender in doing a given job or a given work, it has totally had to bring women employment quite down. And then this all has to be brought up. All this has to be worked on. Look at, I want to give a reference of the current, apparently, if you go to different organizations, women are held in very good positions. Women are managers. Women are CEOs of different organizations. And they have tried to prove to the men that whatever you thought was impossible to the African woman, apparently it's very possible for them. The perspective of our grandfathers, where they used to make women housewives, they used to make them have the kids, and they used to make them being on house chores the whole day. She's cleaning and she's cooking, and that is all her work. They were not exposing them to go in and searching for jobs or bring in a source of material for the family to feed in. So this made it quite hard. But the world of Dow, Sister Aisha, trust me, if only our women are being empowered more, if they're only being encouraged more, trust me, we will have a lot in as far as productiveness of a woman is concerned. So I basically support what Sister Sharifa said, that a woman can have it all. It doesn't matter. A woman can be an engineer. She can be a medical doctor. She can be a lawyer. I mean, a powerful lawyer, if I talk about being a lawyer. She can be a powerful lecturer and even perform better than even the men. Yeah. So if she's really interested and she's a focused woman, there's nothing that can stop her. But as long as she knows her limit, that she's not supposed to cross some parts. And as I said earlier on, as long as she knows when she goes for work, let her have a boundary. Let her know maybe her husband is not there, or her mahrams are not around there, let her just have the self-respect. But there's nothing that can stop a woman in as far as job is concerned or anything is concerned, even academics. If she really wants, I think, it's all about the personal mindset. If your mindset is systematic or is really focused, then you can achieve it as a woman, or we can achieve it as women. Yes, exactly.
Wow. Powerful, Sister Shruti. Thank you so much. I don't know what the sisters think. I'm seeing there is Sister Aisha, Sister Shirat. You can put your hands up if you want to participate and say something. This is a dialogue. We didn't come here to teach or what. We're just also sharing our peace of mind. Sister Zainab, you are welcome. You've just joined, I think. Sister Tifa, ma'am. Please, guys, you want to say something? The floor is open. This is an open dialogue. It's back-to-back conversation. Sister Rashida is saying the problem we have is that when we like to have it all, we end up messing up things. We think that is okay. So Sister Zahara wants to say something. Her hand is up.
Aisha. Okay.
Please unmute yourself, Sister Zahara.
I agree with all of you. I also believe that a woman can have it all. But then this all gets back to knowing someone's limits and the boundaries. We can have it all, but we misunderstand the whole thing, because people think that having it all is about a profession, a career, and having lots of money, but it is way beyond that. So if we can get to know our limits and know that maybe if I want it all, I can do this and maybe not exceed that, then I think a woman can have it all. So that is why we have a problem to do with feminism in Uganda, because most women think that the mere fact that they are so successful in their career and then they have lots of money, lots of assets, so they get to some point and think that they do not need a woman in their life, which is actually not the right thing to think. So if we can strike a balance between different aspects of life, putting into consideration the profession, the career, and then family, and then getting back to yourself as a person, then I believe a woman can have it all. That is what I had to say.
Thank you so much, Sister Zahara. Sister Zahara, can I ask you a question? Do you think all women want to get a family, have kids, and what follows after?
Kindly pardon your question.
Do you think all women, want to get married, have kids, and what follows after being a family and all that stuff? Do you think that's what every woman wants?
I would say 99% of the women really want to have a family, because I have seen women having this kind of perception that, you know what, if I have it all, I have the assets, I have the money, I'm successful in my career, I don't need a man or I don't need a family. But we see them being so unhappy in their lives. So I believe at some point, a woman will have to think about having a family and then having kids and, at least settling down. So I believe 99%, you would actually find like, should I say half 1% of a woman not wanting to have a family. Because I mean, even in society, once you're seen, you're not married, you don't have any kid, I mean, you're looked at as though you failed in life. So who would want that? No one. So at some point, however much one feels that they don't need a family, let's say get married and even have kids, at least at some point in life, they will have that thought of getting married and giving birth at least. So the biggest number really want to, but because of the different circumstances in society, the feminism, the kind of attitude that women have, so it makes it a little difficult, but at some point in life, they later get to the right track. Yeah, that is my thought.
So much. Sister Zahara. Sister Sobra, please unmute yourself. Then after Sister Zahara, Sister Sobra, we're having Queen Zuraika.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I was listening in. The question is, can women have it all? Tudde mu Luganda. Abakazi basobola okubeera nga bafuna buli kimu kye basuubira oba kye baagala. Kati tugenda tunuulira aspect ya all. What is all? Gwe ng'omukyala ki ky'onoonya mu bulamu? Gwe ng'omukyala, let's ask ourselves that question. Gwe ng'omukyala, what is your all? Kubanga tuli kwogera abakazi basobola okubeera na buli kimu, basobola okubeera na buli kimu, naye ki gwe ng'omuntu ky'otunuulira nti no, that's your all. Kyekyo ky'owulira nti kyekyo kibeera nga bw'oba okifunye. Maybe some people bali kunoonya ssanyu. Maybe they're looking for happiness. Maybe that's their all. Nga asomye, afumbiddwa, azadde, achieving the career goal ye gye yasetinga. But they're not happy. Maybe that's their all. So buli omu alina enjawulo mu kintu ky'ayita all mu bulamu bwe. Naye nga when we take it to the aspect ya dunya, bagenda kutunuulira omulimu, bagenda kutunuulira family, bagenda kutunuulira abantu engeri gye bakulabamu. Nti oyo omuwala ayambala hijab, yeeyisa bw'ati, maybe that's her all. Other people are going to look at it in the aspect of the deen, agambe, you know what, in the hereafter, this is what I want to achieve. So that's my all. So when it comes to the question, nga twebuuza nti, can women have it all? Abakazi basobola okubeera na buli kimu. Nze simanyi kye tudefininga nga all, naye nga nze there is no all. There is no all when it comes to career-wise. Twogera nti no waliwo imbalance ye okubeera nti abakazi tebasasulwa ssente zimu n'abasajja. But have you set a bar as a person? It's going to come back to you. Have you set a bar nti I'm this good? Nze nga nze wenzija ne qualifications zange. Mpulira nga wenteeka CV yange ku mmeeza oba resume yange ku mmeeza. Nze ng'omuntu kino kye nina okwachivinga. Nti oba ompa zino ssente sigenda, I'm not going with that. Nga tetutunuulidde kisasulwa basajja naye nga gwe olina okusettinga bba n'ogamba I'm this good to be paid this much when it comes to career.
Powerful.
And when it comes to settling as well, abantu abamu bajja kitunuulira aspects of family. Nga nze omukyala oba ojja mu bulamu bwange, are you good enough for me? Are you part of the qualities ze njagala? Ogenda kunyamba okweyongerako mu ddiini? Ogenda kunyamba okweyongerako mu bulamu career wise? Ogenda kunyambako okubeera nga achievinga qualities ezo ze njagala okubeera nga as a wife? Woba nze ayina okubeera nga, of course every woman is supposed to be submissive. When it comes to din, yes, to a certain level. To a certain level, we have to be. Wogamanti nze, I'm the Wogamanti nze, I'm the, if I say this, it's going to be that way. Oh no, it doesn't work out that way. You have to be submissive to a certain level. Kati oli eri wa ekitandikira ku muntu nti oli yange eri wano in aspects of career nino setting up bar yange. Waliwo outside effects ezijja nga zikulemesa okubeera nga achieving your all. Society is part of it.
Yeah.
Bakusuubira nti woba ofumbiddwa olina otuula tolina kukola. And then it also depends on where you are. It depends on where you are. Some countries are different from others. Kati oli agenda kugamba tuula. Woba oyingidde omulimu, omukazi tosobola tuuka wano, tosobola mbeera manager, tosobola mbeera the CEO. Society is setting up nga bakitwala nti, actually let's call it culture. Bakitwala nti omukazi talina beera at a certain level. naye gwe ng'omuntu woba owulira nga weewulira nti you can be something better or bigger than what society kyekusetingira, kunze yebeera achievement of all, because omanyi the value you bring to the table. Omanyi ki ky'oleeta ku mmeeza woba oyingidde company, woba oyagala beera in a bigger place, if you want to be one of the head managers, definitely ogenda balaga nti you are there by no chukwa because you want it. You have, or grabbing a chance jofuna woba opportunity. Can women have it all? I don't think so. What is your all? But can you be contented with what you have? Yes. Gwengo omuntu wotuka ku personal level no achieving a choyagala. I guess that's your all. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Sabra, that was very powerful. Thank you so much. Though I show Gambian, we have to work hard so that we get what we are supposed to, what we have worked hard for, like we deserve it. Because just because I'm a woman, I must get it. No, you have to work hard towards it. Queen Zoraika had something to say. Queen Zoraika, do you still have something to say? Should I unmute you? Yes, unmute yourself, Queen Zoraika.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi.
Hello.
Tukuwalira nyama.
Kale. Kasubira mu bulungi. Sis Sabra get the bichimuchi nandibadde njagera cause. I was like, what do they mean when Bagamat can a woman have it all? Because Erozo Sangayo Montonga, she's a woman, she has everything, like she has her qualifications, I never chimu, I call her Mnimgwabe, she's not complete. Whereby Ngayo family, that's all that she needs. So to know could tegela what do you like as a person? Mulimu taking her as all, like having it all. You get what you want. I think that was what I wanted to talk about. And Sister Sobra, alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much, Sister Zureka, for that input. Kaji, guys, if you want to say something, like we say, you have to put your hand up, and then I unmute you, and then you're able to participate and say something. Kaji, point diagram is well, point Sister Shoko diagram, within the limit. I don't know. I don't think I am alone, because most times I'm sort of a rebel. I feel like there's no limit to what we can achieve, right? And of course, every time I do that, of course, I have to go back to my Islam. So when I was reading about Islam, of course, the feminist thing always comes in. I asked a question: are men and women equal? And they were like, yes, men and women are equal, but we are different. We are not the same. So in the light of, we have to see each other as a human being, and then we appreciate our differences, and then until we can become better. But before I continue, Sister Rashida has to say something. Sister Rashida, I'm going to unmute you, and then you unmute yourself as well. Please unmute yourself.
Amen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, I'm very happy to be with you guys. However, I've not put my video. I'm sorry for that. I'm very ugly. Talking about the point, having it all, me, I think, before having all that we want, we first fall in love with ourselves. If you don't fall in love with yourself, you will not have it all, because you will not understand yourself, and you will not be having all the things you need in life. And secondly, what I think is that we should at least put it in the two perspectives: the dunya and what the religion talks about that. If the religion talks about like women we should not work, women we should dress up smartly, and on the other side of the dunya, women are dressed up as they feel like dressing. There, I'm not sure if that woman dressing so badly is having it all. So we should fall in love with ourselves, and there we will have to have it all as we need it. And the problem we have is that women, if they have it all as they think, they would end up messing things up. They would be like having to be the leaders of the house. The men are, because women went to school, she has a degree, she has a diploma, she has a good job. The husband is there, he doesn't have a good job. So automatically the woman would think she's having it all, which is not actually, me, I think, which is not okay. Having it all is something else that you would at least fall in love with yourself. Try to at least know your inner self, then you'll have it all. It's not all about studying, not all about money. It's all about understanding who you really are. Then you will have it all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I have loved the corner that you have taken is like Georgie Tute, Sister Rashida. That was very powerful. We've been talking about money, professionalism, and then you took it right back to loving ourselves. That is very powerful. Thank you so much for sharing. Sister Madina atubuziza in the chat, why are we having this conversation in the first place? Why is it even important? And I think that is very important to look into. Sister Sharifa Twaha or Sister Swabra, Sister Shukur, why do you guys think we're having this? Why is it even important? Why are we having this conversation?
I think for me as a person, I think it's a very, very tricky motion whereby the reason why I'm saying it's tricky is that nobody is all. That's the bitter truth. We are not all perfect. We don't have all the qualities, but the more we grow, the more we learn. And all depends on what drives you as a person, as an individual. Forget about family, forget about your husband, but what do you want as a person? Once you know what you want and know your values and respects, and it all comes from within. Because some people are actually born without ideas, they don't know which road to take in life. But the more you grow and the type of company you keep around you, for example, if I was, let's say, born in an Islamic family, and I learned how to recite the Quran, I do all the things that I was supposed to do, that I'm supposed to do as a Muslim. And then all of a sudden, I divert and then get into other things, get into music. I'm not saying music is a bad thing, but I'm not condemning anyone, just so you guys know. So, not getting diverted in a lot of things. Not Janga, Facebook, you're always following people that are doing things that are actually putting you away from your moral behavior. I mean, the way you've grown up and what you're supposed to do. I think that's how you get lost. But what you keep around you and what you want is very, very important, is what drives you as a person, and you aim to that, and you aim at improving each and every day before you even think about anyone else or who is around you. Yeah, so I think we're not all perfect. We all learn the more we grow, and learning from people around us and those that are actually better than. Yeah.
Wow, Sister Twaha, thank you so much. That is very powerful. Or to in a direction of learning as you grow. Maybe you can have it all as you grow, because we can't have it all at this age. Some of us are not yet ready for marriage. Some of us are not yet ready. But as you learn, having a good role model, that is very powerful. Thank you so much. So, when we look into society, ladies, when we look into society, it's tough to Sister Sharifa, where to Gambia or Sister Shukur. She was like, there are some factors that have led to women not having it, or maybe not having equal opportunity. We have those subconscious biases. And I think we've seen this. I'm sorry for the background noise. So where do you think we need to start until we eradicate this subconscious disease? Maybe in us, even fellow women, we actually condemn ourselves as Can you imagine? So how can we start? Does it start from home? Do we have to teach our boys, the boy child, even the girl child, that you're equal, treat each other as a human being, and as society as that? Where should we start to eradicate this subconscious biases?
Well, okay. Do you want me to say something?
Yes, please. You can go ahead.
Okay, I think we should as ladies, because everything drives from us. We're the ones that actually run the house. I think we actually play a very big role in running the family and directing our people where to go, especially our children. We should start from home, teach our kids that everybody is equal. You don't actually treat someone with injustice or not know their gender. No, she cannot be that. She cannot be that. She cannot do that. No, that's not. I think we should start from homes and then having family meetings as a family. And you discuss things. We shouldn't be actually ashamed to show our kids our emotions. And we sit down with them and explain these things to them. Because if we do not explain these things to them, another wrong person is going to come into their life pretending to be helping, yet they're actually going to mislead them. So it's very, very, very important for the children to get the right information from their parents, not from anyone. Yes, they might be giving them the right information, but then their aim will be something else. He's not treating you right. See the car you're driving. Can't he buy you a better one? Look at all of us. Us ladies, we like good things. Yeah, we like good things, but we should actually learn how to work towards these things and learn to create things that actually stand out. However much your man is meant to give you all these things, but teach ourselves to actually look at the bigger picture, always look at the bigger picture, look outside the circle and try to guide our people to the right directions. Because I know with the help of other people that are better, because I know there are a lot of ladies that are actually doing so well economically, financially, and there are a lot of people that are really me as a person that inspire me, and I look forward to them all the time. And I try to follow their footsteps if I can. Personality muntu. So it all goes back to home. Home is where everything starts. Omwana waba akuze alaba tata we omuddamu bubi, agenda kula agamba, women are like that. Kubanga uli obani tata wa complaining, oh, you women like shouting, you women don't listen. Kati nomwana agenda kula neyo mentality because akuze awulira, the father is shouting or yelling back, and you as a mother you're also talking back. So we always learn. We have to learn how to actually solve these things without causing drama, without disrespect, and just learn how to sit down as a family and discuss these things without raising voices, because all these things, they all start from home. If your husband is laying hands on you, and you sit down and be like, oh, no, if you cannot solve that problem, you always should try to look out for help, because there are so many ways. Without leaving your marriage, you can actually sit down and discuss these things with your parents and his parents, just not to actually just run away from your marriage and something like that. No, I'm not actually encouraging that. There's always ways to go around things than just quitting.
Oh, thank you so much, Sister Sherifatoha. You've talked about okubeera nti abaana tubagamba, abaana abaola n'abalenzi tubasomesa.
Yes.
That no one is superior. We are all equal. Our weaknesses make us make our differences, but they make us strong. Thank you so much. Sister Madina had something to say, and we are almost closing up. We don't want this to be very long because it's an open dialogue. We can always continue next week. So I think we're closing like in 5 minutes. Sister Madina, are you still on? Please unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you so much for having us. And I've been listening to everything. MashaAllah, I'm really so proud of you girls. However, when I saw the topic, what really came to my mind was the Jahiliyyah period, where women were seen as a disgrace. Women were not having those rights. You see that. And with the coming of Islam, it gave the opportunity to women, for the women to come out and rise up. We see that. So to me, I only had to talk about the daily lives, like growing up, seeing our parents thanking Allah for the blessings of us women. It also gives you that confidence as a woman that you can really have it all. So I think we cannot just relate this to the what we want to have, but it goes back to our childhood stages. And Islamically, we don't see okwawula, like gabonogama nti verses ze nayenga against direct kubasajja. We see Khadija radiallahu anha financing the Islamic movements, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like women can really have it, but this, in order to change, I'm just diverting to your question because you said we have no time. Your question, me, I think I would answer this question like this, like until we change the system, because our foundation is already broken, you know. My mom used to say, like, you can't build a straight house on a crooked foundation. We see that.
Yeah.
So if at all we start with us, you know, we see so many religious institutions, schools are only owned by men who even like make their rules and policies in their likeness. So until we change the system entirely, then I think realistically we can expect to have it all. Yeah, that's what I had to say. MashaAllah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah,
Sister
Aisha, we have Sister Haula Sulaina Ali Namuviru Sauda on YouTube Live. Assalamu alaikum, sisters, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sisters, for joining us. Sister Madina, that was very powerful. The quote where she says, you cannot build a strong foundation on a crooked house. Thank you so much. Sister Amina Abral and Sister Sumin Salim Princess Afra Ratisha. I love your name. Okay, let's have Sister Amina. And then after we have, guys, let's just like a minute or two to, you know, compress, and then we give a chance to other people. Sister Amina.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I'm happy to be with you, my beautiful, lovely sisters. What I can say, men and women worship Allah in the same way, meaning they worship the same God, perform the same acts of worship. They follow the same scriptures and hold the same beliefs. But Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala judges all human beings fairly and equitably. Allah emphasizes the just treatment and reward due to both men and women in many verses, as you know. But what I can just say right now, both men and women are equally encouraged to seek knowledge, whereby the Prophet ﷺ said, seeking knowledge is obligatory on every Muslim. What I can say right now on this issue, family is important. We parents, we are so much important to our kids. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala created men and women to be different with unique roles like skills and responsibilities. These differences are not viewed as evidences of separatory I'm sorry. SubhanAllah.
It's all right.
My point has gone.
It's okay.
But what I can just say is that we as parents, to our kids. We play a very big role to them, whereby nti omwana butya bw'omukuza. Bw'okuza omwana oyo nga mumativu mu mutima gwe, ajja kukula nga kyonna ekiba kize mu bulamu bwe aba mumativu nakyo. Because we can't have it all. No. Olw'ensonga nti fe abaana Adamu Allah yatutonda nga tetumatira, you know? Tetumatira, tetukuta, abeera n'ekintu era nayagala ayongereko. Oba kitegeera. Naye ekisinga byonna cooperation rather than competition by fulfilling their what? Kwegamba no, yes, ne mubeera nga mutuukiriza responsibilities zammwe. Whereby a strong family are created and hence strong societies. N'ebirala bingi naye nga ekisinga byonna abaana tulina okukuza abaana baffe mu mbeera esinga okubeera ennungi nga tubalaga nti they have to appreciate what they have. Tebalina kubeera nti banoonya ekyo kye batasobola kutuukako. Olina okubeera nga ogumiikiriza n'ekyo ky'olina nga bw'oyongerako oba nga bw'osaba Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala akwongere, kubanga tosobola kubeera nti owanvu y'omukono gwo gutuuke gye gutasobola kutuuka. Exactly. Whereby we have to accept what Allah has given us. So okubeera nti tumwebaza n'okubeera nga tugumiikiriza ebyo byatanatutuusaako, tubeere nga tukakasa nti Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala agenda bituwa. Ekintu ekirala, fe abakyala tutye Allah. Tutye nnyo Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, kubanga ogenda n'osanga omwana ow'obuwala nga tayimirizawo swala, nga talina reason why. N'osanga omukyala nga ye goals ze ayagala azifune naye nga either agenda mushiriki, okitegeera, oba agenda kunoonya abasajja bamuwe. How will you have it all ng'oli kubijja mu haramu we? Tugezeeko okulaba nti ebintu bye tufuna tubifuna mu halali we. Ni bw'oba ofunye akantu katono naye ng'omanye nti gy'okajje okajje mu makubo amatuufu, Allah ajja kuteeka mu baraka. Kale tugezeeko okubeera nti tusiima Allah ekitono ky'atuwadde, tugumiikirize n'ekyo. Tetutunuulira bye tutasobola, wabula tugume n'ebyo Allah by'atuwadde nga bwe tumwegayire okubeera nti atwongera ebyo bye tutannaba kubeera nti tufuna. N'abaana baffe tubayigirize okubeera nti babeera abagumiikiriza, kubanga gwe omuzadde bwe obeera omugumiikiriza n'omwana gw'ozaala ajja kuba mugumiikiriza. Okitegeera? Naye bw'onaabeera nga toli mugumiikiriza ojja kulekawo abaana because you want to get it all, otandike kubifuna mu ngeri embi, omwana aba alaba. Kati ffe musingi okubeera nti abaana baffe, abantu baffe babeera nga bayigira ku ffe. Ffe tuba tubeera ekyokulabirako eri abo be tuwangaala nabo. Baganda bange, ffe tuba tubeera ekyokulabirako eri abo be tuwangaala nabo. Be the example.
Sister Amina, thank you so much. That was a very powerful input. Yes, Sister.
Njagala kukkatirizaako cause there is a point that she made nti ogenda how are you going to have it all ng'obifuna mu haramu we? Indeed, that was very powerful.
Very powerful.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sister Sumin, Princess Afara teacher. Let's use like a minute, then Naba Nabutuba with chance. Then after we have Sister Nahia, then Sister Shabra, then Sister Shirat. Please unmute yourself, Sister Sumin.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah, you're doing really great. May Allah reward you abundantly. My point about that is we have to keep on telling ourselves that we can have it all, and we have to tell young people that they can have it all, but with on condition that having it all is different thing and to different people. And sometimes you may find that having it all means different things in different careers and industries, right? So most important, you cannot have it all at the same time. For example, if you're working for 14 hours a day, or maybe your job is consuming a lot, you have a high profile job, don't expect to have a lot. So don't you cannot expect to have it all. You're busy, you're doing this, you cannot combine, you cannot balance your family, you cannot balance your job. So you can have it all, but in different careers and places. And for that sister who said have it in a halal way, it's true, because you may not have everything. When some of them you are getting them in wrong places or in haram ways. So I don't know if my point is clear, but you can have it all, only in different industries and different careers. That's my point.
Powerful. Thank you so much. So we can't have it all at the same time, but we can have it all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
And
sister.
we have to include Allah in everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sister Nahia, please, please unmute yourself. Sister Nahia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. So the topic in Dava, it's a bit confusing when you say, can women have it all? Because sitegede what all means. Na yes, because topic in Dava, it's general. That's why abantu abasinga buli omu awavyuze ku bintu ebyenjawulo ng'abantu badde bajjanga boogera. But to me, according to how the topic is, can women have it all? So it's general, and I'm also going to speak in a general aspect. Nze, ndaba, you cannot have it all. No one can have it all. Even men don't have it all.
No.
And why I'm saying that is because that's how no one can have it all. Chovola abantu beera mu dunia omugagga ng'ate yeegomba omwavu. Maybe awo ng'omwavu alina ky'alina ate omugagga ky'atalina. Those who have families beegomba atalina. Maybe nga balina kye baalina ate oyo ky'atalina. Those who have kids abali married abalina abaana abamu Allah n'abawa single sex naawo abamu ne bazaala abawala bokka ate nga naye yeegomba okuzaala omulenzi. So basically Katonda yakola ensi ye nga you cannot have it all. No one can have it all. But when it comes, if it's getting closer to having it all, which you cannot have, abantu abasinga, it still goes back to what Sister Swabra said. What do you consider your all? Kubanga ojja kusanga oli nga talina nnyumba, maybe apangisa, talina mmotoka, naye nga bo ye ali contented, nga they are happy to them, kibakolera, it works for them. N'olaba omulala ng'alina ssente nnyingi, but they're still striving to get more and more money. Era sister omu akyogeddeko n'agamba nti ffe abaanadamu tetukkuta. Ofuna leero kino, leero obeera ng'ogamba Katonda n'annyamba ne nfunayo miliyoni, omulimu ogumpa miliyoni 5, oh my God, mba nmaze. N'ozifuna ogukuwa 5, ate awo n'olowooza ogukuwa 10. W'ofuna ogw'ekumi n'olowooza ogukuwa 2. So basically that's how we are created, and that's how Allah created his dunya. You cannot have it all. You can't. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sister Nahia. There's someone in the chat room disagrees now with Sister Nambali Wagambie. You can have it all depending on your mindset, but we shall get into that later on.
Okay,
yes, please.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, Sister Gambie, you can have it all, but it's impossible. Nze kunze n'ensinga bweri, you cannot have it all. Kati ye simanyi anyway. Ndowooza naye nze kunze toyinza, you cannot. Asoma wanje?
Ndowooza agamba you can have it all, ayongeddeko n'agamba okusinziira ku commitment or contentment.
Contentment.
Yes, you have to be content.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you have to be contented with what you get. n'ogamba nti nze as long as I get ABCD kimalira alhamdulillah. But era omuntu oba yino ebirala by'oyagala which you cannot have. So nze kunze okusinziira kunze nendaba eddunya nga Allah we yagikola n'abantu engeri gye bawangaalamu, we cannot have it all. Kyova olaba leero osobola okubeerawo ng'olina ky'oyagala okuachivinga olumu ng'okifuna n'okifuna Allah n'akujjulula. You don't gwekityo. So to me that's how it is. To me you cannot have it all, but you can be contented with what you have. Thank you so much.
Sister Shirat Nadude Lutaya, please go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nze nganze ku topic yaffe ey'olwaleero ngamba nti buli mukyala ayina ekyo, buli mukyala ayina byonna by'ayagala. Wabula buli omu ayina kubeera contented n'ekyo ky'ayina. W'otabeera contented n'ekyo ky'oyina y'ensonga lwaki osanga abakyala abamu nga bajajinga bannaabwe olw'ebyo bye bayina oba bye babasinga. Naye w'obeera contented n'ekyo ky'oyina kuba ffenna Allah yatutonda nga buli omu yamutondera kyaliba ne kyalibeera. So tosobola buli omu asobola okubeera na buli kimu singa obeera contented mutima gwo. Ne w'otabeera contented oba n'otakkiriza ekyo Allah kye yakuwa, y'ensonga lwaki ogamba nti nze byonna sibiyina olw'ensonga toli contented n'ekyo Allah kye yakuwa.
Thank you so much, Sister Shirat. Era Sister Shirat atutute back to the...
Era y'ensonga lwaki nti abakyala ennaku zino eno bagenda mu shaitaani olw'ensonga nti balaba akusinga nawe n'oyagala obeere oyo. Of which ffenna Allah yatutonda nga tetusobola kwenkanankana ate tetusobola beera nabyo byonna.
Thank you so much, Sister Shirat. Sister Yusuf, please unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Afwan, your sisters, first of all, I apologize. I came a bit late. I didn't get the chance to hear some other speakers, the sisters, and again, I thank you so much. This is a beautiful platform, mashallah. May Allah reward you all, and may He accept what you're doing. Afwan, when I looked at actually through following here and your speeches and so forth, so what is having all? What is having all? To me, the one seeing this, having all is first of all having Allah. How do you worship Allah? We have seen people who have made it in life, who are educated, they have money, but they are not okay. You see, if you look at them, there is something missing. What? How do you worship Allah? Allah tells us in the Holy Quran, وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلُ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. You know, and before that verse, just before the verse that I've recited, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. There are some sisters that I've seen here, mashallah, having it all, they think it's about wealth and everything. No. It starts with your taqwa, I think. It starts with your taqwa, how you fear Allah, how you worship Him. You know, when you're going to worship Allah properly, when Allah is going to give you iman, you're going to have iman, and that contentment, the way sisters are saying it here, it comes when you have iman. If you don't have the iman in you, you are not going to be content. You will have it all, but you still want to have more and more. So the point that I'm trying to put here, it's about educating ourselves to know who Allah is. You know, when we're going to learn who Allah is and worship Him properly, things are going to flow. Trust me, things will flow. You know, so about wealth, about having it all and so forth. MashaAllah, you can, we are there. We're supposed to have it. Yeah. The recent sister here again, I also had her talking about Jahiliyyah and so forth. MashaAllah, I also loved it. Yes. The Arabs, as we know, before Jahiliyyah, the women used to have, they used to they were taking trash in the society. But when Rasulullah Sallam came in, what happened? Our status were there as women. But now look at the Sahabiyat who were before us. How did they conduct themselves? So it's our role with the ladies here, the mothers, to educate. We should educate. The number one here is education. Educate yourself about who Allah is. How do you worship Him? Yeah, how do you worship Him? And everything will flow. That's what I'm saying. Education matters. We should first know, even among ourselves first, we should look at ourselves. How do you worship Him? What do you have? Okay, what do you have? If you don't have it, look at your relationship with Allah. So if it's going to be a good relationship, and trust me, things will flow. Inshallah. I think that is my thought on that. Aywa.
Thank you so much, sister, for sharing with us. Sister Sharifa,
Yes.
so far, how do you find the dialogue right now, and where do you think our mindset is at, and is it in the right place at the moment? So far, what we
I
have
think
discussed.
ndowooza tusooke tutereeze ekintu kya all kubanga kyaleka bannyinaze abasinga they've not understood what all means. Mu ntandikwa twagambye all is gwe nga kinnoomu. Buli omu alina kiyeetaaga mu bulamu oba alina kyagamba nti nze wemba nnina kino nze ebyange biba bikoze bitya? Biba biwedde. As Muslimas here, we all accept that when Allah should come first. Now, after you have Allah, after you have your 5 swalas and the sunnahs and everything, there is still something that you're looking for, isn't it? So I want us to understand that having it all is choice yo. Kati gwe aliyeyo omukyala awuliriza gw'omanyi mu mutima gwe, you can either say yes I can have it or no I can't. But me I believe nze nga Sharifa ndowooza eyange, we can have it all. I want to remind sisters when ngamba nti we can have it all, njagala tukkirize nti tewali kintu kikolebwa mu dduniya kisobola kutambula nga omukyala takirimu. Nothing works in this world if a woman is not part of it. If we go to the economic bit of it, those people that start the businesses are going to need workers. So the female species, abakyala mulina okujja ate muzaale, so abakozi bakole batya? Balabike. If we're going to look at having it all, I think we can have it because we've had Hadija radiallahu anha, waliwo sister yamwogeddeko. We have the greatest scholar, that is Aisha radiallahu anha, one of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam's wives. When we talk of love, we have Fatima radiallahu anha, the Prophet's daughter. She was the most beloved. So we are having examples of all this. Now it is up to us to choose. Wonagwa, Osime, and then every choice we make, it comes with consequences. So we can have it all. Of course we can. Why can't we? Who said we couldn't? We can have it if we can.
MashaAllah,
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Sister Aisha, mbadde nsaba to attending to the hands ezakawanikibwa abantu abatannaba kwogerako. We have Sister Fatuma and Sister Nambalive. So
there is also Mona. Yes, Nambalive, Mona.
Yes.
Sister Nambalive, please unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Ndebaza nnyo mwenna abambi abakoze live, and it's always good as the Muslima females to have such a platform kubanga etuyamba okugatta emitwe wamu kuba you cannot be alone and think of others as they are not the way they are. Oluusi ngamba abantu, the way we see and perceive life is the way we are. Engeri oluusi gye tulabamu ebintu ne tubitegeeramu ne tubinnyonnyolamu oluusi y'engeri gye tuli. That is the mindset and the mentality as well. Ti oluusi engeri gye twajja nga batukuzaamu nga bazadde baffe batutegeka eyinza otufuula kye tuli oba environment oba naffe engeri gye tulabamu ebintu. Yes, the topic is you can have it all. I believe yes. Why? Nga oli bwe yagambye Sharifa, ffenna tukkiriza nti tulina okuba ne Mukama Katonda. We start with loving who we are. If you have love at heart, you have it all. You can have anything. That means you must have a positive mindset. We should always train our hearts. Akakatono kolina. Be happy with it because there is someone who doesn't have it. It means you have. Waliwoya atakayina. Having all doesn't mean you must have lots. The little you have, be happy with it, love it, cherish it, and be thankful for it. That is having it all. Having a positive mindset and mentality is another way of enabling us and empowering us be ourselves, feeling like you have it all. Lwaki? Kubanga ebiseera ebisinga bw'ira olaba eky'omulala ate n'okukkuluma kitegeeza ekikyo tokyagadde. Kubanga mindset yo ekulaga nti ekikyo kibi ekyoli kye kisinga obulungi. Weewali nti engeri gye tulaba, gye tutegeeramu ne gye tumanyi obulamu bwe buli. It will make you choose which kind of life you want to be in. Kubanga lifestyles are chosen by us. You have to choose how you want to live. Erioli nga Katonda tamuwadde mwana, for instance. Nenga musanyufu, ate olina abanga ayina abaana naye nga agamba bannaye Katonda ayampa ekigezo kino singa teyabampa ng'abeekokkola. Owulidde? Kati ate ne wabeerayo oli nga talina mwana naye ng'ate awulira bubi talina. Oba oli nga talina ssente naye ng'awulira bubi. Kyo bino ebintu by'ensi si bye bitufuula abalamba. Ebintu ebitufuula okuba abajjuvu kwe kukkiriza n'okwagala okwa Mungu. Kasita obeera ng'okyasobola okuzuukuka ne weesabira, ng'okyasobola okussa, olina buli kimu. Bw'oba okyasobola okuzuukuka n'okola emirimu gya Allah gy'atugamba gyonna, kitegeeza olina buli ky'oyagala. Naye lwakubanga oluusi oba tonnakizuula ng'olulunkanira ky'otalina. So bakwano kandeke n'abalala bateese mbawaddeko just tip nti tulina okubeera ne positivity mu ndowooza zaffe, mu ntegeera zaffe, n'engeri gye tulabamu obulamu. Ti buli kimu tukirabemu ekirungi. Gwe ne kyolaba nti it's a challenge, it's a trial, gwe sikamu ekirungi ky'oba ogenda nakyo. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sister Mona. This is very enlightening. Actually, what the balance, not what the spiritual realm, then not want to be also panga batugamba, you have to have both in your hands, right? So in a way, if despite the fact that Allah, now you've loved yourself, you have to be courageous, you have to be bold, you have to be a go-getter, because sometimes for abachala abasilamu abantu batulabanga nti we are shy, we are coy, okazi abasilamu tebasobola kukola kino. No. Handle this, handle your akhirah, and then go after the dunya as well. Not be on one side. There should be a balance. Thank you so much.
Mbawaddeko just go ahead kubanga I have very many lessons I've learned in life. I am a childless couple, but I'm one of the happiest person in this world. I don't think about even that I don't have a child. Why would I feel bad? Because God knows why He hasn't given me. But I'm happy He has given me something better. Ekimpesanyu tinsobola okuzuukuka ate ne ndabirira omwana w'omuntu omulala. owulidde bambi oluusi abakyala ffe ng'abakyala naddala abaddugavu abaddugavu bambi oluusi batunyigiriza n'olabanga gwe alina ekizibu naye ng'ekizibu si gwe kizibu oli akikugambe yaba ekizibu eri ggwe y'atategeera ki ky'oli buli bwe weekiririzaamu self esteem eyo ekulaga nti obulamu okuba omusanyufu kuba essanyu gw'olina odyewa buli omu anoonya ssanyu ku nsi kuno naye bw'oteewa essanyu tewali agenda ddiku naye n'okutegeera abantu abalala kale tugende mu maaso.
Thank you so much.
Mashallah, tabarakallah. Aisha.
Yes.
Naze na self-esteem nga yatweyange kati akalimi kaguddeyo mu kikumi. I'm going to have a beautiful night tonight. Bannange tweyanziza nnyo tweyanze Sister Muna. And I've built my self-esteem like up to those ends.
Buli omu w'oli weeyagale n'ekyo ekitini ky'olina. Oba toyina mmere kasita obeera ofunye ekyokulya ne bw'oba ofunye ekyayi n'omunywa. Gamba alhamdulillah kuba ye anoonya kyayi nga tamulaba n'amazzi ag'okunywako obunywi nga tagalaba. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Sister Fatuma, please, Sister Fatuma Mugwanya, the floor is yours.
Aisha?
Yes.
Sister Fatuma.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Banaye mwebale kuweereza olwaliro ekintu kikulu nnyo kye mututuuseeko okubeera nga abamu tuli bakulu ku mmwe naye nga tulivinga by example buli omu wa gye baamukuliza n'ebyo bye mupresentinga. Nze kye mbadde neebaza Allah kubanga buli muntu yamukola mu ngeri ye. Olina kukiteeka mu bulamu bwo daily kumanya nti nno byonna obiyina kubanga you still breathing osobola okwesiza Allah lwakuwa okubeera ng'osobola okwetegeerera oba olina byonna kubanga tewali akukyuzingira kyakusalawo n'okiteeka mu baana baffe nti okubeera si buli lw'obeera n'ebintu ebingi kubeera na buli kimu nti nno buli kimu okiyina naye kubeera ng'otraininga mindset n'ogamba nti nsobola okukeera enkya nga nyina wenva oba oli mukyala mufumbo oba oli muvubuka oba oli teenager ng'onoonya musajja yonna embeera gy'oba olimu kubeera proud yourself n'omanya nti sina gwe competinga naye buli kanaku n'okyejjamu n'oweekuza mu mutima gwo n'osiima biki Allah bye yakuwa kubanga ebiseera ebisinga abantu bwe baluuzingira neyeerabira ye kennyini olina mikwano gyo gigenda mu maaso olinga ali ku misinde. It's not marathon. Ne be proud who you are. Osiime n'ebintu Allah bye yakuwa. Oluusi obeera ne bazadde bo ng'olina examples z'olivinga every single day ng'olina oziteeka mu by'okusiima buli kimu. Allah akuprotectinga okubeera ng'ofuna mu buli kimu olw'okuba nti kikuwa okubeera nti buli kimu okiyina. Waliwo abatayina abamu abatabalaba na ku bazadde baabwe. Kyengezaako okugamba nti nno buli lw'okakasa nti Allah buli lunaku olukyalina kyajja okukyusa mu bulamu bwo omanya nti byonna obiyina kubanga oba okakasa nti olwayo si lwange oba applyinze mulimu n'otagufuna ogwo tegubadde gugwo naye behind that omanya nti Allah buli kyagera kirina entandika yaakyo n'enkomero. Be who you are, Allah protecting nga bw'okakasa nti nno there is other day nti nno bino bijja kubeera bulungi. Onsonyiwa oluganda lwakugattirira.
Barakallahu fiikum.
Fiikum baraka. Mwebale kuweereza.
Bannange bannyinaffe mwenna gye muli mwebale ku contributinga. Nze leero obwongo nsomye na bingi okusinga kwerazikiriza nti we don't know anything. Badde nsaba Aisha we conclude. Wangi Sister Sabra.
Nsonyiwa okusala ekirimi mbadde njagala kwebaza omukyalo oyo avuddeko nnyo n'amaanyi abeera ssenga wange ne Sister Nahia. Alhamdulillah banaye tuli basanyufu bahavinga wano bassenga bange.
Ale mukwano mwebale kutuweereza.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hello?
Yes, Sister Sobra, we can hear you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You can hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear you.
I'm really sorry, my network may be bad, but I just wanted to talk about something here. Our dialogue today is all about can women have it all? So I won't say something different, or I won't say something new. I'm just going to confirm, as in Ngenda Kukat is that what other people have said, you know. Before we talk about can women have it all, I just want to talk about this when we are viewing it in two perspectives. We are going to view this thing in an Islamic perspective. For example, what did the Prophet ﷺ say about this? Can women have it all? Me, I partially say yes, and I partially say no. Why? I may say that women can have it all only with two conditions. That is, number one, contentment. Number two, self-esteem. If at all you're having you're having contentment in you, you're contented with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like ordained you, then trust me, you'll be having it all. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ya ibn Adam, irda bima qasama Allahu lak takun aghna nas." We all know, maybe those who didn't know, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about this, as we are also like we all maybe brainstorming about this topic, but the Prophet mentioned about it in this hadith. He said, "Irda bima qasama Allahu lak takun aghna nas." As in, you be contented, as in see each and everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that has given to you, you are going to be having it all. You're going to be the richest person. This means that the first thing you need to do, you need to be contented if that's something that Allah has ordained to you. Take an example. We the women and men, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, as in he ordered us to cover our bodies, satrul awra. But the way he told us to cover our bodies, it's not the same way he told men to do. This means that there are some things that you as a woman, you will not do, but despite the fact that you cannot do them, this doesn't mean that you cannot at all. There are some things that are special for me. It's only you who can do those. This is the self-contentment I'm talking about. Number two, that's the self-esteem. I think there is a sister who mentioned about it. She was like, if at all you don't have stoina mere, then believe into yourself and be like, no, but Nila, I'm going to do what? I'm going to get ABCD. That means that you are having it all, not because you have it like Ochirina Ochirabako, but the belief you have in you, the power, as in the fire you have inside you, make you feel like I will have it all. Sichirina right now, but time come in the future, I'll be having it all. Sorry if I tell my words have been so right, but that's all I wanted to share with you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I think we are coming to the end of this conversation, and this is a dialogue. We're not here to finish a topic or close. It's just a dialogue, and we can actually still talk about this in Facebook, on the Facebook page, so Cocktail Muslima. Let's keep the conversation going, right? Sister Shukur, Sister Sharifa, I guess this is the time.
Alhamdulillah. Saba Sister Shukurat, we're very short to dua, we close. Saba Allah, our sisters, our Baraka, Biona Jemuri, at work contentment in a and then we shall meet again, inshallah, and we can have this discussion more and more, inshallah. Sister Shukur, to dua to Galeo again.
Sister Sharifa. Sister Sharifa. The so-cocktail Muslima speakers.
Oh yes, Sister Shukur, please, is the one handling that.
Okay, assalamu alaikum, sisters, once more again.
It has been it has been the best moment ever. Pray Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala rewards every sister who participated in and tuned in listening with Soul Cocktail Muslima. We are so proud of all sisters. We are fighting for the Jannah of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. And you know, Jannah of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala is not easy. It's something that we have to fight and fight ever. We told you earlier on it's going to be a live discussion where we give room for all sisters to give in their opinions. And we thank Allah that they are able to give us their different opinions. I've been a very good listener from the beginning, and I thank the Almighty Allah that I've gained a lot from the sisters. And as a simple conclusion, I've just come to realize having it all is basically in two perspectives. One, on the Islamic perspective, and secondly, you can have it in the dunya perspective. So as Muslimas, we have to fight for both to be contented. So this is really about Soul Cocktail Muslima. Soul Cocktail Muslima is basically a platform where future Muslim speakers are being built. We want to build Muslimas so that they can speak out, they can have confidence, they can have high self-esteem, they can present issues concerning the females to the ourselves. We wanted to create such a platform. Why? Because we want to give an opportunity to our fellow Muslims to handle issues that are giving a sheikh or a male to handle things that we think we can handle ourselves. So it's always going to be live for us to come in and discuss these issues, and it's going to be something important for us all to be in. So sisters wish or to become future sisters. And I can give an example.
Sister Shukr, tetukuwulira bulungi. We're not hearing very well.
Are you getting me?
Yes, kind of low.
Okay, is it?
Banange, my sisters, sorry, naye tulina abantu abahakinze there. Naye don't pay attention to that. Tusigale ku mulamwa. We're talking about our platform right here. We have different social media handles that we're going to sharing namwe. So we'll continue listening to Sister Shukr.
Okay, thank you. I was basically saying, I hope my network is a little better right now. I hope everybody can get me. Yeah, I'm basically calling upon sisters, if you can, if you dream to be inspired to become a future Muslim speakers, mainly this is the right place you can always be in. Record your videos, send to us, and we shall mentor you, we shall inspire you, we shall give you all that it takes for you to become that future Muslim speaker. So you feel you want to start a career, start it as soon as possible. Don't hold yourself back. The right place you can do it is the Cocktail Muslim. Other thing, we are still going to have discussions, inshallah, and this will be communicated on our platform, our different platforms, the Facebook platform, the YouTube platform, the WhatsApp platform, for more issues concerning Soul Cocktail Muslima. Then the final thing is that tell other sisters to become part of Soul Cocktail Muslima. I think from today's discussion, we have heard that we are discussing things concerning females. So go tell a sister, sister tells another sister. So we come in all together and participate in, because I believe if you gain and another sister out there is not gaining, it won't be good. So if you gain, then you call another sister to come in and gain. It will be very good for all of us, inshallah. Our main point, or our main goal as the Soul Cocktail Muslims, we are working so hard for Jannah of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and we don't want any Muslimah being left out. Let's become a pillar of one another. Let's hold one another strong so that we make it all together, inshallah. Like our pages, follow our pages, and put in your comments. And inshallah, with positive effect, there are people who are all. You have a question. Sister Sharif.
Sister Shukr.
Okay. Sister Shukr, before you conclude, Sister Sabra wants to say something.
So we kind of connection to closing a little bit, but to summarize everything, Soul Cocktail Muslima platform y'abakazi abasiraamu abayagala okuvaayo okubeera nga boogezi. Woba oyagala okwogera ku lw'eddiini ku bintu ebikwata ku bakyala, kubanga for a long time tubadde abaami be basinga okuvaayo mu kwogera. So tugezaako okubeera nga groominga, setting a foundation for abakyala abaagala okwogera. We have different platforms ez'enjawulo, social media, tuli ku TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can, our handle is the same, Soul Cocktail Muslima. Musobola to followinga, tulina WhatsApp group, tujja beera tujja attachinga inshallah. Mu chat abanasobola ogikonako abaagala okujoininga ababadde tebannaba. Ne ku Facebook zaffe, ku handles zaffe zonna tujja beera tugisharinga inshallah. Naye nga groominga Muslima speakers. Wabula ne woba tosobola beera ng'obeera mwogezi, we invite you to be part of our community. Osanga olina ekyamaanyi ky'ogenda okwogera ku Muslima community inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Shukur, could you please give us a closing prayer? And a thank you to all the ladies who have come.
Okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي الخسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much everyone who has participated from Sister Mona. Assalamu alaikum.